Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I got three interesting stocks I'd like to go over today now that there's a war going on with Israel and Iran that I think has potential to move up. But before I get into it, I just like to say that this is not financial advice and that I am not a financial advisor. You should always look into these stocks yourself and do your own due diligence, you know the drill, all that stuff. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So, my personal favorite right now that I'm looking at is TPET. I have it on the screen right now, and as you can see, it's been going down for quite a while. But every time that Israel, like really just Israel in general, gets into some kind of conflict, this stock sees a serious spike in volume and just it goes up pretty good. As you can see, just recently, this stock made a huge move just from last week during the when Iran struck when they struck Israel last like a week ago. This stock made a huge move up, and it's since gone down. But now that there's now that Israel has struck back tonight, I think there's definitely potential for this to make a big move up. Um, and another thing before we get into the stock is that I think it's really just you have to take in consideration how bad the news is, like how bad this war is going to continue to be. Because if in the morning when the market opens and this is like just blown out of proportions and it's not that big of a deal, then these stocks aren't going to make a big move. But if it's looking really bad still in the morning and there's people off fear in the markets and Iran striking back or whatever's going to happen, I think we could really see a good move in these stocks. But yeah, that's this one. I think this has it's probably my favorite one, just because it's already shown great strength. So we'll go ahead and second one right now, and that is INDO. This is a energy stock that's been also moving up with Israel war news stuff. Actually has a very similar chart pattern to TPET, probably because I think they're both in the energy sector and they're both related to Israel somehow. So as you can see, it's gone up on this day right here. It went up probably because of Iran striking Israel. And now that I said with the last one, now that Israel's striking back, I think we could see another really big push of volume come into the stock tomorrow. So this is definitely on my watch list. This one's a bit more of a more expensive stock, which I'm not a fan of. I actually prefer them being a bit more cheaper, like in the pennies, like TPET is. But this is a decent stock as well, in my opinion. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on this one as well tomorrow. See what happens with it. And the last one, I know we're going through this video pretty fast, but I just want to get this video out as soon as possible, is HUBC. This is a cybersecurity company that's based out of Israel. Um, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's based out of Israel. That's what I've heard. And as you can see, every time Israel gets in some kind of conflict with this one, also this stock runs. I think this big move right here was when either I think it may have been when Gaza, like the Gaza Strip, started firing rockets at Israel. I think this is when that was, and it made this huge move, um, which is pretty impressive for the stock. Ever since then we've seen a bit of downward, like I wouldn't say pattern, but like it's been selling off. But recently, now that once again I'll say it again, now that the war has been going from Gaza, it seems to be more towards Iran now. Um, this stock has gone back up again. Now, I think this is gonna be the last stock of the day, and I just want to leave it off with I really need to keep an eye on the news, and I think everybody should if you're be playing these stocks. Keep an eye on the news in the morning, um, because if things start cooling down and it's not that big of a deal anymore by the morning, because with war you never know, it could just fizzle out. But I think it really depends on how Iran is going to respond to this whole situation, which who knows if they will, or what they're going to do. Who knows? Um, but if things really start to escalate tomorrow, and we see Iran or even Israel continue to strike, um, we can see some. I think there's potential to see some really big moves on these stocks. So I'm definitely be keeping a very close eye on them and looking for dips and just good trades in general. But I think that's all I have to say. Now, just leave it off. Is remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own due diligence. Make you do your own research. And you know, if you're going to be buying the stocks, you know, you're the one taking the ultimate risk. So make sure you guys are, you know, doing your own research on this, and don't take my word for it. Look at the chart patterns, do your research, and I think that's all I gotta say. Uh, you know, I might make a video about this tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see. And I may be planning on making a Discord for my channel soon, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But if I do, I'll definitely notify the YouTube about it. Yep, that's all I have to say. Have a good night, guys.